Hi, this is Praveen. In this video series, we will learn dependency injection and its benefits. So, before learning dependency injection, we need to learn about IOC. IOC means inversion of control. What is inversion of control? Binding an interface to its respective classes and creating objects at runtime. This is my own definition, so don't worry about it right now. I'll tell you about this later. So there are many IOCs in the market right now, like Ninject, Unity, Artifact, etc. Using IOC, we will achieve dependency injection. So what is dependency injection? So assigning the respective objects at runtime. So IOC will create objects for me, and dependency injection assign those objects. And there are three ways of achieving dependency injection. One is constructor injection, another is method injection, and another one is property injection. In the real time, we mostly use constructor injection. So today we are going to discuss constructor injection with Ninject. So what are the benefits of dependency injection? So there are mainly two benefits of using dependency injection. You can achieve loosely coupled architecture with dependency injection. So why do we need to build loosely coupled architecture? So if you have a loosely coupled architecture, suppose if you're making changes anywhere, so you have to write less code for modifications, and also it makes testing easier. So before diving into the code, let's discuss what we are going to do right away. So I have an interface called ICustomer, and retail customer and wholesale customer are implementing this ICustomer. So I will expose this ICustomer to Ninject. So this Ninject will create objects for these two classes at runtime. So let's dive into code. Let's create a console application. Let's create a console application. Let's call this dependency injection demo. So look at here. So as I said, I'm going to use an IOC container, Ninject IOC container. So let's go and import that DLL. So in order to import the DLL, go to the tools, and then you get package manager console. Just type in install package Ninject. So let's go ahead and see whether it is imported. Yes, it is. So let's add a project, new project. Let's add a class library. Let's call this models. So firstly, I need an interface called ICustomer and two classes, RetailCustomer and WholeSaleCustomer. Interface ICustomer. Let's say it got a method called getDetails. Let's create another class called public class retail customer, and which implements ICustomer. Let's print something here. Retail customer. Let's copy this thing and paste it here. Let's call this wholesale customer. And now let us add another project. Let's add another class library called factory. Let's say this is admin. And let us create a private variable, private read-only variable. Before that, I need to add a reference of models to this factory. Let's add models. Private read-only using models. ICustomer cust. Let's create a constructor. Let me pass ICustomer cust IOC. I named it cust IOC because this object is being passed from IOC. So cust IOC passed from Ninject. Okay, this is just a comment. Let's, as I said before, so what dependency injection does, IOC will create an object and dependency injection will assign those objects, right? So all it does is this cust is equal to cust IOC. So this is it. This step is called dependency injection. This is all, yeah. Public void get customer details. So this method will get the customer details. So let's go to our main method and let's import some namespaces here. Sorry. Using Ninject, using Ninject.Modules, using System.Reflection. Let's create a class called public class DI dependency injection, and let's import a class, an abstract class called Ninject.Module. Ninject.Module. So it has a method called load, which is an abstract method, so we need to implement it here. So all you need to do is just first you need to add references to this, add reference, factory, and models. Yes, you have to use those namespaces here using models, using factory. Let's say bind ICustomer to retail customer. In the same way, I need to bind it for wholesale customer. So I need to run this assembly now, this piece of code from here. So for that, I need to do something here. Where kernel is equal to new standard kernel so let's say kernel.load. So I need to load this particular DLL into here. So for that I need Assembly.GetExecutingAssembly that will execute this piece of code. Let's see what's wrong here. There is no argument. He's asking for the type. Let's get executing assembly, sorry. And now let's bring in these things, these two classes. So IEnumerable of ICustomer customers is equal to kernel.GetAll. So this method is expecting type to be passed in. Look at here, type to be passed in here. So just say ICustomer. Foreach ICustomer customer in customers. Let's create an object for the admin class we have created there in the factory. admin.GetCustomerDetails. So when I call this method, I need to get details of those two, retail and wholesale customer details. That means I need to print these two things at a time. Okay. Let's try to put breakpoint and debug and see. Let's start debugging. before that I'll explain you what I need here. So in my admin I'm using ICustomer. That means I'm exposing my ICustomer to admin and Ninject. So Ninject will create automatically objects for these two at runtime, and it passes to admin, and thus I'll achieve those two implementations for these two classes. Let's say F10, let's say F11 here. So now I'm binding these two, ICustomer to retail and wholesale customer. So now if I see here, let us add watch to this one. Add watch. Let's see here, retail customer and wholesale customer. I am bringing in those two objects at runtime here. So let's say F11, 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 F11. Now I went in here. So if I see the object here, so retail customer, so I have a type ICustomer, but I'm passing retail customer object here. This is called dependency injection, constructor injection of, let's say F10, F10. Let's stop this and let me put a read line because it is not stopping. Let's now execute it. Look at here, retail customer and wholesale customer. So what did I achieve here? If you see here, what did I achieve here? So what are the benefits of dependency injection? Loosely coupled architecture. So I'm saying like less code need to be written for modifications. Let's see this in practice. So tomorrow if I come here and add another class called public class customer 3, suppose, and it implements ICustomer. Let's copy this line and paste it here. Customer 3. Okay. All I need to do, the change I need to do here is this thing, only this thing. Just copy, paste it here. Just run it, customer 3. So I don't have to create objects manually here. The Ninject will create for me. So this is a benefit of dependency injection, and another benefit is testing is made easier. So this is a simple application. So in my upcoming tutorials I will show you how to do the testing and how exactly you will feel like a dependency injection is something that we need to use necessarily. So you will understand that in my upcoming tutorials. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye.